I used to think beet juice was just for ultra-healthy people, the kind who live in yoga pants, eat kale chips, and never miss a day at the gym. But a small health scare changed the way I looked at that deep red root. About a year ago, I started having trouble with my blood pressure. My heart raced for no reason, I felt drained before noon, and my skin just looked tired, no matter how much I slept. A friend casually mentioned beet juice. I rolled my eyes. Beets? Really? But I was curious enough to try. 1 week passed. Then 2. Something shifted. I began waking up refreshed. My energy held steady through the day. Even my skin had this subtle glow I hadn't seen in years. I started digging into the science, and what I discovered was astonishing. In this video, I want to walk you through the real, science-backed benefits of drinking beet juice daily, from your heart to your brain, skin, and even your stamina. The common mistakes people make that stop them from getting results. And how to make it right, what to mix, when to drink, and how much is too much. This isn't a medical lecture. It's a personal journey, from doubt to discovery, and the powerful lesson I learned about how something as humble as a beet can become part of your healing. If you've ever felt stuck, tired, or just overwhelmed by complicated health advice, stay with me. Maybe the answer you've been looking for is already growing underground. Let's begin. I still remember the first morning I tried beet juice. I had just read an article that claimed it could lower blood pressure in hours. So, naturally, I poured myself a full glass, no recipe, no prep, just raw beet, straight into the blender. It tasted like dirt and metal had a baby. I gagged, chugged it down anyway, and told myself, this better be worth it. But here's the truth, I was drinking it all wrong. And I know now that so many people do the same. You see, beet juice is powerful, but also potent. It contains compounds called nitrates, which convert into nitric oxide, amazing for your blood vessels, yes, but only when your body can process them properly. If you flood your system with too much too fast, it can backfire. Common mistakes people make. Drinking too much on day 1, like I did. Juicing non-organic beets without peeling, leading to pesticide residue. Not combining it with other ingredients to support digestion and taste. Drinking it right before or after a heavy meal, which can slow absorption. Start small, half a cup, mixed with something gentle like apple or carrot. Drink it in the morning on an empty stomach, or about 2 to 3 hours before a workout. Your body will thank you. And taste? A squeeze of lemon and a sliver of ginger can transform it into something you'll actually want to sip. A friend of mine, Anna, started drinking beet juice to boost her iron levels. But she drank nearly 2 glasses a day, thinking more equals better. After a week, she felt bloated, her stomach cramped, and her blood pressure dipped too low. She almost gave up. Until we adjusted her routine. Now, she drinks just half a cup with apple and celery, every morning. Her energy is up, and she hasn't missed a day since. Natural doesn't always mean safe in any amount. Even something as healing as beet juice needs the right dose, timing, and support. When done correctly, it's like turning on a switch in your body, calm heart, clearer skin, sharper focus. And now that you know how to drink it right, let's explore why it's even worth the effort. Because up next, we'll look at something truly fascinating. Why beet juice might outperform your favorite superfoods. And who should be drinking it instead of green juice. Let's dive in. A few months after I started drinking beet juice regularly, a friend asked me something interesting. Why not just stick with green juice? Or celery? Or even spirulina smoothies? Aren't they all superfoods anyway? She had a point. There's a whole rainbow of healthy juices out there. So, what makes beet juice so different? While most superfoods are loaded with vitamins and antioxidants, beets bring something truly unique, dietary nitrates. These natural compounds convert into nitric oxide, a molecule that helps relax and widen your blood vessels, making blood flow easier and more efficient. That means more oxygen to your heart, your brain, and especially your muscles. Unlike green juice, which is fantastic for general detox and vitamins, or celery juice, which supports hydration and digestion, beet juice goes deeper. It actively supports circulation, blood pressure, and endurance. Carrot juice is great for your skin and eyes thanks to beta-carotene, and kale smoothies offer fiber and antioxidants. But if you're looking for stamina, sharper focus, and better blood flow, beet juice is something those others simply can't match. That's why it's the go-to drink for many endurance athletes. And honestly, it's why I kept coming back to it, because I felt the difference, especially on days I was running on empty. Jake, a middle-aged client I worked with, had tried everything, turmeric shots, spirulina bowls, even expensive collagen blends, but still felt sluggish in the morning. I suggested beet juice. Within 2 weeks, he noticed his afternoon crashes disappeared. It's like my brain just stays on all day, he told me. And the funny part? He still drinks kale smoothies. But now, beet juice is his morning ritual. Not all superfoods do the same job. Beet juice doesn't just support your health, it activates systems you might not even realize need help. Circulation, stamina, mental clarity. So if you're already eating healthy but still feel tired, foggy, or slow, this might be the missing piece. And speaking of energy, in the next part, we'll dive into something that surprised me the most. How beet juice helped me go from skipping workouts to powering through them, no caffeine needed. Let's talk about stamina, strength, and that one tiny glass that made it possible. Let's keep going. I'll be honest, I've never seen myself as an athlete. I was the kind of person who meant to work out, but always found a reason not to. Too tired. Too cold. Too busy. But something changed one spring morning. I had been drinking beet juice for about 2 weeks, mostly to help with blood pressure. One day, on a whim, I decided to go for a run. Just a short jog. I didn't expect much. But halfway through, I realized something. I wasn't out of breath. My legs felt strong. My chest wasn't pounding. I kept going, and by the end, I had run farther than I had in years. I thought, was that the beet juice? Turns out, it probably was. Beet juice is rich in natural nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide, a compound that increases blood flow and oxygen delivery to your muscles. In simple terms, it helps your body use oxygen more efficiently. That means less fatigue, better endurance, and faster recovery. In fact, researchers from the Journal of Applied Physiology found that athletes who drank beet juice were able to exercise up to 16% longer. That's not a small difference, that's the edge between giving up and pushing through. And the best part? It's 100% natural. No caffeine, no chemicals. Just a root from the earth, doing its quiet magic. Matt, a high school gym teacher I know, started adding beet juice to his morning routine before his early runs. He called me a month later and said, "I feel like I'm 10 years younger. I'm not even sore after my long runs anymore." He even began recommending it to his students, especially those training for sports tryouts, and saw real results. You don't have to be an athlete to train like one. Whether you're running marathons or just walking around the block, your muscles still need oxygen, and your heart still works just as hard. Beet juice isn't just for pros, it's for anyone who wants to feel strong, energized, and capable again. And while physical energy is important, there's another kind of energy we don't talk about enough. Mental energy. Focus. Memory. Clarity. Up next, I want to share how beet juice became my secret weapon not just for workouts, but for my brain. Let's explore how this vibrant red drink can unlock mental sharpness, at any age. Let's keep going. My dad has always been a tough guy, the kind of man who fixed everything with his hands and never complained. But a few years ago, I saw something that shook me. He was standing in the kitchen, rubbing his chest, looking pale. A doctor visit later, we learned his blood pressure was through the roof, and his heart was working too hard. That was the day I started paying serious attention to heart health. I remembered what beet juice had done for me, how it made me feel more alive, more energetic. So I did some digging. And what I found gave me hope. Beets are rich in nitrates, and when your body turns those into nitric oxide, something amazing happens. Your blood vessels relax and expand. That means your heart doesn't have to fight to pump blood. It works easier. Blood pressure drops naturally, and circulation improves. It's like giving your heart a well-deserved break. But it's not just about lower blood pressure. Beet juice also contains potassium, which balances out the effects of sodium, a key factor in heart disease. It's rich in antioxidants, too, especially betalains, which fight inflammation, reduce oxidative stress, and protect the inner lining of your arteries. That's a full-on support team for your heart, packed into one vibrant drink. I convinced my dad, yes, the same stubborn man, to try drinking half a cup of beet juice every morning for a month. He was skeptical, but he agreed. After 2 weeks, his blood pressure started to come down. At his next checkup, his doctor smiled and said, "Whatever you're doing, keep doing it." Today, beet juice is part of his morning routine, right next to his coffee. He says it's the first health habit he's actually enjoyed. Your heart is strong, but it still needs care. You don't have to wait for a scare to start supporting it. Sometimes, the smallest habits, like a daily glass of beet juice, can make the biggest difference over time. And as amazing as that is, there's another organ that needs healthy blood flow just as much as your heart. Your brain. Coming up next, we'll explore how beet juice isn't just fuel for your body, but also for your focus, memory, and mental clarity. Because a healthy heart may keep you alive, but a healthy brain helps you live fully. Let's keep going. I'll never forget the day I forgot my own wallet at the grocery store, twice in 1 week. I was juggling work, errands, texts, emails, everything. And yet, I felt like I was getting nothing done. My mind was fuzzy, my thoughts slow. I blamed it on stress. Age. Maybe not enough coffee. But what I didn't realize was that my brain wasn't tired. It was underfueled. That's when I started connecting the dots. I had already seen how beet juice helped my energy and heart, but could it also help my brain? The answer, surprisingly, was yes. Just like the rest of your body, your brain needs oxygen-rich blood to function at its best. Beet juice increases blood flow to the brain, especially to the frontal lobe, which is the area responsible for focus, decision-making, and memory. It does this through the same magic compound we've talked about before, nitric oxide, created from natural nitrates found in beets. And when more oxygen reaches your brain, you don't just think faster, you think clearer. Studies from the Journal of Gerontology even show that older adults who drank beet juice before walking had stronger brain connectivity and improved cognitive performance. It's like giving your mind a breath of fresh air. Sandra, a retired teacher I met in a wellness group, shared her experience with me. She started drinking beet juice every morning before doing crossword puzzles. She said, "I don't lose my train of thought as easily anymore. And my recall? It's sharper than it's been in years." She calls it her morning brain tonic. Mental clarity doesn't always come from more caffeine or brain games. Sometimes, it comes from better blood flow. And beet juice, in its simple, earthy way, knows how to send just the right help to your head. Whether you're a student pulling late-night study sessions, a professional juggling 10 tabs at once, or simply trying to stay sharp as you age, your brain deserves all the support it can get. And speaking of support, there's one part of your body that quietly does the heavy lifting every single day, behind the scenes. Your liver. Next up, we'll explore how beet juice acts as a natural detox for your liver, and why that matters more than you might think. Let's keep going. A few years ago, after a particularly stressful season of my life, late nights, too much coffee, and way too much takeout, I started feeling heavy. Not just physically, but mentally too. My skin looked dull, my energy crashed by midday, and no matter how much I rested, I still felt sluggish. I didn't know it at the time, but my liver was waving a white flag. We don't often think about our liver, it works quietly in the background, day in and day out. But it's responsible for filtering toxins, breaking down fats, and helping you absorb nutrients. And when it gets overwhelmed, you feel it. Just not always in obvious ways. That's where beet juice comes in, as one of nature's most gentle, effective detoxifiers. Beets contain a compound called Beet, a powerful antioxidant that supports liver function by helping the liver process and flush out toxins more efficiently. It also assists in fat metabolism, which is crucial if you're dealing with fatty liver or sluggish digestion. On top of that, the bright red pigments in beets, called betalains, offer anti-inflammatory and antioxidant protection, actually shielding your liver cells from damage. It's not a quick cleanse or trendy detox. It's long-term, steady support that helps your body do what it's already designed to do, only better. Lena, a freelance designer I know, told me she used to feel bloated every afternoon, especially after eating out. She started adding a small beet apple lemon juice to her mornings, and within 2 weeks, she said, "I feel lighter. My digestion is smoother, and weirdly, my skin looks happier too." Turns out, supporting your liver doesn't just help your insides, it shows up on the outside too. Your liver doesn't need punishment. It needs partnership. Instead of harsh detoxes or skipping meals, try nourishment. Gentle, consistent support. And beet juice offers just that, not as a magic fix, but as a quiet helper that shows up every day, doing the behind-the-scenes work your body will thank you for. And speaking of what your body will thank you for, let's talk about something so many of us quietly struggle with. Inflammation. Next up, we'll explore how beet juice helps calm your system, and why reducing inflammation might be the key to feeling better from head to toe. Let's keep going. I remember waking up one morning with a strange stiffness in my hands. It wasn't pain exactly, just this dull, tight feeling that made it hard to open a jar or type comfortably. I brushed it off at first, thinking, maybe I slept funny. But the truth was deeper. It was inflammation, quietly building up over time. Inflammation isn't always dramatic. Sometimes, it's a slow burn, showing up as fatigue, joint stiffness, bloating, skin breakouts, or even brain fog. It's your body's way of defending itself. But when it sticks around too long, it starts doing more harm than good. That's where beet juice can be a gentle, natural ally. Beets are rich in compounds called betalains, the very pigments that give them their deep red color. These betalains have been shown to have potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, helping to calm down overactive immune responses and reduce oxidative stress in the body. When inflammation drops, you may feel less stiffness in your joints, better digestion, clearer skin, even improved mood. And here's the best part, unlike medications, beet juice doesn't just suppress symptoms, it supports your body's natural balance. Mark, a friend in his early 50s, had been dealing with chronic knee pain for years. He wasn't into pills and hated the idea of relying on anti-inflammatories. So he started drinking beet juice with turmeric and ginger every morning. After just a few weeks, he called me and said, "I don't know what kind of wizardry this is, but my knees feel 10 years younger." He didn't change anything else, just that simple addition. And it made a real difference. Sometimes, healing doesn't scream. It whispers. Beet juice isn't a miracle drug. But it is a steady, natural way to reduce the hidden inflammation that's quietly stealing your energy, comfort, and ease. And when you give your body less to fight, it has more room to thrive. And if inflammation is what slows us down, then energy is what lifts us back up. Next, we'll talk about how beet juice can help with one of the most common struggles today, low energy and weight gain. Because sometimes, the key to shedding pounds isn't eating less, it's fueling better. Let's keep going. A while back, I had one of those moments we all dread. I stepped on the scale, looked at the number, and just stood there, sighing. I hadn't been overeating, I hadn't been skipping meals, but my energy was low, my clothes were tight, and I felt heavy in a way that had nothing to do with weight alone. That was when I started to ask a new question, not what should I eat less of, but what can I give my body to help it function better? And that's where beet juice quietly stepped in. Beet juice supports weight in a holistic way. First, it's naturally low in calories but high in nutrients, so you're fueling your body without overloading it. That means you can drink it and feel nourished, not sluggish. It's also packed with fiber, especially if you leave a little pulp in. Fiber keeps you full longer, curbs cravings, and supports smoother digestion. But here's the game changer, those natural nitrates again. They increase blood flow and oxygen to your muscles, which helps you feel more energized, especially during workouts. You don't just burn calories, you want to move more. Beet juice even has a low glycemic index, so it won't spike your blood sugar. That means fewer crashes and fewer visits to the snack drawer. Emily, a mom of 3 I met in a wellness group, told me she started drinking beet juice mid-morning instead of reaching for a second coffee. She added apple and ginger to make it taste nice, and after a few weeks, not only did her afternoon slumps disappear, but she noticed she wasn't snacking as much, either. She didn't change her whole lifestyle. Just one habit. And it made her feel like herself again. Weight isn't just about willpower. It's about energy, and how well your body is supported. When you give it what it truly needs, the results often take care of themselves. Beet juice doesn't promise miracles. But it can help you feel lighter, clearer, and more in control, one glass at a time. Now that we've talked about physical energy, what about your immune system, your body's invisible armor? Next, let's explore how beet juice can boost your natural defenses, especially in times when staying healthy matters more than ever. Let's keep going. I remember a winter not long ago when it felt like everyone around me was getting sick. My kids were sniffling, my coworkers were coughing, and I kept waking up wondering, is today the day I catch it too? That year, I didn't just reach for vitamin C pills or throat lozenges. I turned to beet juice, and surprisingly, it worked better than I expected. Beet juice isn't just about blood flow and stamina, it's also packed with immune-supporting nutrients. It's rich in vitamin C, which helps your body produce more white blood cells, your internal defense army against viruses and bacteria. It also contains iron, which supports healthy red blood cells and proper oxygen delivery, a key part of helping every system in your body stay strong. Beets even offer magnesium, which plays a role in regulating your immune system and reducing inflammation, both critical for long-term resilience. And here's something not everyone realizes. A well-functioning liver and digestive system, both supported by beet juice, also contribute to stronger immunity, because over 70% of your immune cells live in your gut. Tyler, a yoga instructor I know, told me he started drinking beet juice every morning during flu season. He mixed it with orange and a bit of cayenne. He said, "Everyone in my class caught something at some point, except me. Maybe it's luck. Or maybe it's the beets." Either way, he felt good, and that's what mattered most. Your immune system isn't something you boost once, it's something you build every day. And beet juice, with its natural blend of vitamins, minerals, and detox support, is a simple, nourishing way to do that. No magic. Just steady care, from the inside out. So now, we've talked about heart health, brain function, stamina, detox, and even immunity. But there's one more reason people fall in love with beet juice. Its glow-up effects on your skin. Coming up next, we'll talk about how beet juice may be the cheapest, most natural skincare routine you've never tried. Let's finish strong. I still remember the first time someone said, "Your skin looks so healthy, what are you using?" And I smiled, because it wasn't some fancy cream or expensive serum. It was beet juice. Honestly, I wasn't expecting it. At the time, I had started drinking beet juice for energy and heart health. But about 2 weeks in, I looked in the mirror and noticed something different. My skin looked brighter. More even. That dull, tired look I had just accepted as normal? It was slowly fading. Beet juice is packed with vitamin C, which helps stimulate collagen production, the protein that keeps skin firm, elastic, and smooth. It also fights free radicals, reducing dark spots, blemishes, and early wrinkles. On top of that, the betalains in beets, those deep red pigments, have powerful anti-inflammatory and detoxifying effects, helping to calm irritated skin from within. And because beet juice improves blood circulation, it delivers more oxygen and nutrients to your skin cells. That's what gives you that natural, dewy glow, the kind you can't fake with makeup. Nina, a photographer I follow, shared her journey online. She had struggled with dull skin and hormonal acne for years. After incorporating beet juice into her routine, just half a glass a day, she posted a side-by-side photo after a month. The difference was stunning. Her skin looked alive, balanced, and healthy. Her caption said it best, "Turns out, beauty really does start from within." Skincare doesn't always come in a bottle. Sometimes, it starts with what you put into your body, not on top of it. Beet juice won't erase everything overnight, but it nourishes you in a way that shows, slowly, naturally, and deeply. So now you've heard it all. From heart and brain, to energy and skin, beet juice touches almost every part of your well-being. But before we wrap up, let's quickly go over how to prepare beet juice the right way, how much to drink, and what to watch out for, so you get all the benefits, without any surprises. Let's finish with the good stuff. Now that you know why beet juice is worth it, let's talk about how to make it work for you. Because the truth is, a lot of people give up on beet juice. Not because it doesn't help, but because they made it too strong, too earthy, or too complicated. Let me make it simple for you. How to prepare beet juice, the gentle, delicious way. Step 1. Start with 1 small fresh beet, peeled and chopped. Step 2. Add half an apple, a slice of lemon, and a bit of fresh ginger, if you like a kick. Step 3. Blend with half a cup of water until smooth. You can strain for a lighter juice, or leave the pulp in for more fiber. Step 4. Serve chilled, or over ice for a refreshing morning boost. Optional add-ins, a small carrot, celery stick, or even a pinch of cinnamon for variation. What to keep in mind. Start slow, especially if you're new to beet juice. Half a cup a day is enough to begin. Don't be alarmed if your urine or stool turns pink. It's harmless and quite common. It's even got a name, beeturia. If you have low blood pressure or a history of kidney stones, consult your doctor before drinking daily. And as with any natural remedy, consistency matters more than quantity. This isn't a detox fad. It's a nourishing practice, 1 glass, 1 morning, 1 small shift at a time. So here's my gentle invitation to you. Try it for a week. Just 1 glass a day. See how you feel. Notice your energy, your focus, your skin, your digestion. Sometimes, the most powerful transformations begin with the simplest changes. If this video spoke to you, even just one part, I'd love to hear about it. Tell me in the comments. What surprised you the most about beet juice? Or, how do you like to make it? And if you want more simple, science-backed wellness stories like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a little natural boost in their life. Your health isn't about being perfect. It's about paying attention, listening to your body, and giving it a little more of what it truly needs. So go ahead, raise the glass of beet juice. To your heart, your brain, your energy, and your glow. Thanks for watching, and here's to your journey.